Bottle shock. Similac is investigating a Facebook user's claim she found live maggots in her infant's formula. Claim: a woman discovered that her infant's powdered Similac formula was infested with maggots. What's true? A Facebook user shared images of what appeared to be maggots in her infant's powdered Similac brand formula. What's undetermined: whether the image was accurate as presented and, if so, whether the contamination occurred in the manufacturing, retail, or home environment. Collected via Facebook, September 2016. How are you addressing the maggot issue? My baby is on Isomil Step 2 and I'm considering taking her off your formula altogether. This is disgusting. How am I to know that this issue is not worldwide with all your products? My baby is the most important thing on earth to me. My 2 other children were on Enfamil and there was never an issue like this. I'm outraged. I've yet to see the issue responded to or addressed by your company. Origin: on September 16, 2016, a Facebook user published a status update in which she claimed that she found live maggots in her infant child's powdered Similac brand formula, after discovering what appeared to be an insect in the dregs of a bottle her child consumed. I am not a social media person, but this time I have to. I don't want any babies to go through this. I've been feeding my baby number Similac sensitive since he was born June 22, 16. This morning I opened a can I bought on Monday at number Walmart. I made a bottle in the car. When he was done with it I noticed something inside his bottle. It was a maggot. I couldn't believe it. I made another bottle and it also had a maggot in it. I checked the bag with the formula and found another one. First thing I did when I came home was to check the rest of the can. I found 3 more inside the can. I don't have words to explain the way I feel. I talked to my baby's pediatrician. She said he should be fine since the acids from his stomach can destroy those things. I hope that she is right. Please help me and other moms by sharing this. The user included images of the empty bottle, above, as well as 2 photographs of the powdered Similac in question and a video of live insects. The post was shared hundreds of thousands of times, and the video received more than 10 million views. The volume of interactions on the status update made it difficult to determine whether the original poster shared any updates. No further information was available on her wall. We contacted her about the claim but have not yet received a reply. As is often the case with viral Facebook posts pertaining to contaminated food, users flocked to Similac's Facebook page to ask about the rumor. A boilerplate reply to those concerned consumers as of September 22, 2016 indicated that the company was aware of and investigating the claim, and invited those with additional questions to call the company's helpline. We understand your concern, Amanda, and want to assure you that our team is looking into this. The mom who posted the video and photos has reached out to us directly and we are working with her to investigate. We appreciate that you reached out to us, and should you have any additional concerns, please give us a call at 800-850-7677.
McDonald's franchisee is speaking out after 2 separate customer claims of worms found in the restaurant's food. The owner of a McDonald's in 2 Kentucky communities says after making inspections he wasn't able to find anything troubling. Lacey Jo Lovett of Draftonville wrote on Facebook she was eating a McChicken when she discovered a worm underneath a piece of lettuce. Just 2 days earlier, Madison Stevens of Mayfield shared a similar post after purportedly finding a worm inside her fish sandwich, later claiming to a local affiliate that the worm crawled onto her son's sandwich as well. Stevens complained to McDonald's officials and was sent a $10 gift card. A spokesman has commented on the issue saying, quote, "Food quality and safety are a top priority for us. We will continue to take all appropriate measures to gather all facts and resolve the matter." The 2 claims come 1 month prior to a woman in Singapore who posted this video, showing worms purportedly coming from a filet-o-fish sandwich.
This is not what one local shopper had in mind after a recent visit to a Bay Area Costco. He found worms crawling on the piece of salmon that he was getting ready to eat. He had purchased it to celebrate his birthday. Good evening, everybody. I'm Steve Avison.
And I'm Catherine Heenan. That discovery made just this past weekend. KRON 4's Dan Kerman joins us. And Dan, we understand it was some kind of parasite on the fish. Is that right?
Not just a parasite. It was a live parasite crawling around, and it was not quite the birthday celebration they expected.
Coming out of the meat.
Darren Ayobio's birthday dinner turned into a rather slimy affair when he discovered this, a moving parasite on the salmon he was about to cook.
Had seasoning in one hand, the tongs on the other hand to flip this thing, and I see the worm coming out of the salmon.
The salmon had been purchased earlier in the day from Costco in Novato.
I immediately, was grossed out. I mean, again, I'm plant-based. Now I won't touch salmon. I'm done with anything that comes out of the water now. I mean, I'm traumatized by it, to be honest.
Ayobio brought it back to Costco Sunday and got a refund. Costco tells KRON 4 News parasites in fresh fish are a natural phenomenon. They say each night up until its expiration date, fish is rewrapped and examined for parasites.
My thoughts are if it's caught and it's being transferred and then it's filleted, which is part of the processing, then it should not be there. They can't overlook that.
Maggots found in peach after Asda shopper takes a bite out of the fruit. Adrian Martin says that he had bought the fruit from the supermarket, but when he tried to return them, he was told it was nature. A man who bit into his peach only to find a maggot crawling out has slammed the supermarket where he bought it for telling him it was nature. Adrian Martin picked up a packet of the fuzzy fruit on Saturday, September 17 at his local Asda. But he says that he became ill after seeing the unpleasant sight when he was eating one of them. The peaches came from the Asda superstore in Rawdonstall in Rossendale, Lancashire, says Mr. Martin. The day after he made the purchase, he says, I ate one and found maggots inside. It made me violently sick. It was disgusting.
Questionable. One man's trash is another man's culinary treasure. Why?
പക്ഷെ അങ്ങനെയാണ് ഇന്നലെ ഞാൻ കണ്ടത്.
A typical reaction to seeing a worm in fish is, "Ah! There is a worm in my fish!" Okay, let's calm down, take a deep breath, and talk about it like civilized people. Just like local organic produce can have bugs and caterpillars, fish can have worms. If you're planning to cook the fish, the worms are harmless to you. If you're planning to serve the fish raw or cured, it could be a problem. But serving fish raw is a very complicated topic, and that is not what this video is about. This video is about what to do with my little friend here that's crawling out of my monkfish tail. Let me introduce you. He's a little codworm. As you can guess by the name, cod is very prone to this little parasite, but so are many other fish. Hake, haddock, flounder, sole, halibut, and monkfish, to name a few. These little worms can be cream-colored, red, pink, or brown, like this little guy. The fishmongers try to remove all the worms before selling you the fish, but in some cases it's impossible. For example, the monkfish tail is encased in a membrane which makes some worms almost impossible to remove until the membrane is removed. So, what do you do about it? You take tweezers or fingers if you're not a squeamish type and pull them out. Here is one little guy, and here is his friend hiding inside. I'll cut the flesh a bit to pull him out. Once you encounter your first worm, you start to suspect that every line in the fish could start crawling. Just remember that fish is full of connective tissue and blood vessels. If it doesn't move and doesn't come out when you tag at it, it's very unlikely to be a worm. Okay, buddy, get out. Then you cook your fish and enjoy it. Do you need to overcook it? I don't. Fabulous. What if you miss one? Well, cooking will either kill it or significantly weaken it, so the odds of it being harmful to you are very slim.
So my sister got this fish from Costco today, and it turned out to be that it is full of worms. It's pretty long worm. Let me see. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, and it has, I found another one. This one, I think it's dead already. It's not moving. Ah. Okay, that's another one. Oh my gosh, look. It's inside the meat. Try now. Let me open it from here. Another one. I'm sure there must be something here. Wait. There's something here. Here. Wait, I'm gonna take a picture for this. 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Are those worms live or dead?
They're still moving. Yeah.
They're still moving.
They don't live inside the human body.
They're still not super appetizing.
Oh,
They're still not super appetizing.
I'd always heard, but never seen.
Sockeye sandwich.
Yeah, buddy, they just got back from doing that.
Guess the cost of living would be cheap.
Down in there. It's got little tiny worms. Huh? Just a pair of pliers. There are actually not very many worms in these. I don't even see any in this piece.
Really?
Really?
Isn't it really bad in Florida?
Yeah. These guys are coral reefs, so it's what they eat off the bottom. But they don't care about that for you. We used to get the tree fish down there, they were full.
Really?
Fry them up like crazy.
How'd you catch
Worms
the
and all?
big jewfish, Chad?
Worms and all.
Until they were back in. Until some scientists told us they were worms. We're like, oh.
There goes the extra flavor.